Hello all, today we are going to start a lecture series on metal casting process. So let us begin with the first lecture. So metal casting is a manufacturing process, as we all know that it is a manufacturing process. It is a manufacturing process, and the role of manufacturing process is to generally convert the raw material into desired finished product. And metal casting is the one of the oldest manufacturing process. So this process has been in use since the ancient times, and this particular process comes under the category of primary shaping processes. So this comes under the category of primary shaping processes. In this process, in the casting process, a superheated a superheated molten material is poured into a preformed cavity into a preformed cavity and after the solidification the casting is taken out. Okay, what is the meaning? Let us take an example. For example, you need to manufacture a simple geometry. For example, you have to manufacture this particular geometry, okay, of some material. let that material is let that material is this is the product of some material, for example aluminium. Now, in order to manufacture this product with the help of the casting process, so a first we have to create a, a cavity which is known as mold. We will discuss it later. So first we will create the cavity in some molding material. For example, we have created this particular shape in some molding material. Okay, so let this depicts the shape. This is the shape. So this is the first step. In the second step, we will take the, for example, aluminium material and will melt and then heated till the superheated state, and that liquid aluminium is then poured into this cavity. So when the aluminium is poured, the liquid aluminium will completely fill this cavity, and after some time it will get solidified, and after the solidification this particular product is taken out, and this particular product which is taken out after doing some finishing and secondary shaping processes, some machining or finishing processes, the product is taken out. So this is the this is the casting, and this is the brief about the casting process. That first we have to create a cavity. So this is the preformed cavity. This is step number A. Then we will melt and superheat the material. This is step B. And then we will pour that particular material into the pre-shaped cavity. This is step number C. And then it is being left to solidify. This is step number D, which will finally give us the casting. So this is the final product. So this is the basic definition of the casting process. We will discuss each and every step in detail in this lecture. Okay. Now going further, we can generally classify the casting processes into two categories. The first category is the sand casting, and the another category is the special casting. Okay, so we have generally or broadly two categories of the casting, metal casting. First is the sand casting and another is the special casting. So let us discuss the sand casting first. Okay, let us discuss the sand casting first. So there are various steps to complete a particular sand casting process, and those steps includes the molding process, the metal pouring process as I have discussed, the solidification process, and after that the product may be imparted to some heat treatment process. Then its testing will be done, inspections will be done, and after going through the machining and finishing process, we will get the final casted product. So let us discuss one by one these processes. The first one is the molding process. Molding stands for the process in which a particular desired shape is produced in the molding material with the help of some tools or some entities. So molding contains the pattern making. I will discuss this pattern making, mold or cavity forming. Okay, gating system designing, or and in some cases the core making. So these are the some terms associated with the molding. So first term is the pattern making. What is a pattern? So if we need to create some product, for example, I need to create that same rectangular shaped product of some aluminium material. So first I will prepare the pattern of it. This is the product. So first I will prepare a pattern of it. So pattern is the replica of the product, of course with some modifications. This is important. I will discuss what are the possible modifications in the pattern in the topic of pattern designing. So for the time being, just assume that whatever will be the shape of the product, that same shape uh, will be used on the pattern. So this pattern will be used to create the mold or the cavity. Okay, so with the help of this pattern we will create the mold and cavity. Now, in order to pour the molten metal in the best possible way or efficient way, we need to have the proper gating system. I will discuss this. And similarly, we need to have a proper core making process to use the core to create inside cavities in a casting. So after the molding process, we will create a mold. We will get a mold is nothing but the shaped cavity. Okay, so let me draw it here. For example, that was the case of rectangular product. So this is the mold, this is the mold. Okay, this is the mold. Then after creating the mold and creating the different gating systems using core, if required, we will pour the molten metal into this mold. We will pour the molten metal at some temperature which is greater than the melting temperature of that particular material. After pouring, the material will be left to get solidified, and after that we will take out the product. Okay, that product will have some additional attachments to it, which I will discuss. Those extra attachments are removed from the casting in the machining process, and then the particular casting is treated for heat treatment if required. We know that heat treatment is used to alter the mechanical properties if required, and then inspection is done on the product, and finally after all these steps we will get the casted product. Okay, now there are different terms which are related with a particular casting process. These are the some steps, and these steps are fulfilled with the help of uh, some processes, and those processes will be defined here. So let me first draw the basic cross-sectional view of a casting process. Okay, now first let me take that we have to manufacture a simple product like this of some material. I have to prepare a product like this. This is the product. Okay, then first I need to prepare a pattern of it, and with the help of that pattern I will create the mold. Okay, so let us discuss the process. Let me discuss the process. Okay, so let us suppose that this is the cavity of the product which is to be required. Here we have a one setup, then a vertical passage. Okay, then we have a horizontal passage which is connected to this mold. It is connected to this mold, and on the right hand side also we have a vertical passage. This is also connected to this mold. Okay, and this all is sand. We have created this mold in a sand as we are discussing the sand casting process. Okay, so what are the different terms? Let me first explain how it is made. First, we will have a base. For example, we will have a base. I will fill this base. Let me zoom it. Yes. Okay, so first I will use a rectangular box. I have a rectangular box. This is a rectangular box. Okay, which is hollow. It has four sides and hollow metal. It is a more rectangular box. I will put that rectangular box here on the base. For example, it is a solid base, plain solid base. It has to be a plain solid base. So this particular box is placed here. It is hollow. Then I will put the one half of the pattern. This is the pattern. This is the pattern. Okay, and this pattern is divided into two halves. Okay, this is divided into two halves. Let one is the first half, two is the second half. So first I will put the first half of the pattern here. For example, this is the first half, and then I will fill this whole setup, this whole setup with the help of sand. I will fill this whole molding flask with the help of sand to top of it. Sand, and will apply the ramming force. I will ram it. We'll do a process called as ramming, and then after ramming, the extra sand from the top of it is, for example, removed. So extra sand is being removed from the top of the molding flask. Okay, then I will turn this molding flask by 180 degree. I will turn it. So with this we will get a molding flask. Okay, and the pattern, now this time the pattern will be here. This will be the pattern. Okay, and we will remove this pattern, which will, from this sand we will remove it, which will ultimately give us a cavity, a cavity like this. I hope it is clear. A cavity like this. Then we will take another box and will place that box on the first molding box. Okay, now before that we will not remove the pattern. I just explained that setup just to make the cavity. So let us suppose that this pattern now is not being removed. Now I will place the second half of the pattern on it. On it, I will place the second half on it. Okay, it is clear. So this is all sand. Just remember, this pattern is covered with the help of sand. This is filled with sand, dense sand which is rammed. Okay, now before pouring the sand on the upper box, I will insert a conical shaped tool. A conical shaped tool will be placed here, will be embedded on the first box sand, and a cylindrical, for example, a cylindrical instrument will be placed here. One instrument is like this in shape and the other one is like this. Now the upper box will be filled with the help of sand. This is solid, this one and this one. Okay, this is solid and this hole is covered with sand to top of it. Then again we will apply the ramming forces. We will apply the ramming forces and then the extra sand will be removed from it. Extra sand will be removed from the top of the surface. Okay, fine. Then after it, these two molding boxes, the top one is again turned by 180 degree, and now we have two molding boxes. This is the first one, and this is the second one. This is the first molding box, this is the second molding box. Okay, in the first molding box we have a pattern like this, and in the second molding box, we have a pattern we have a pattern like this. We have a pattern and we have two cavities. One is the conical one and another one is the cylindrical one. Now before turning it to 180 degree, we will remove these two instruments, the conical one and this the cylindrical one. Okay, we will remove it. That will leave the two vertical passages. One is this, second is this. This is pattern. Now we will remove these patterns. We will remove these patterns and we'll cut some horizontal spaces from here and here. We will cut some horizontal passage and then we will remove these patterns. So we will left with a cavity here and cavity here. Then we will put this molding box number 2 on molding box number 1, and that will ultimately give us a mold like this. So this is the box number 1 and this is the box number 2. I hope this process of creating this particular mold is clear to everyone. Now I will name the different parts or terms used in it. So these two boxes which are used here are termed as, these two boxes which are used here are termed as the molding box. Okay, these two are known as the molding box. The bottom one, the here which is listed as 1, is known as the drag, and the upper one box is known as cope. If we have some more complex geometry of the product, we can use 3 molding boxes, and the intermediate one is known as cheek. Fine. This particular area on the top of the mold, on the cope molding box, is known as pouring basin. Okay, this conical vertical passage is known as the sprue. Okay, in this sprue we generally place a ceramic strainer. So this is known as the strainer. Okay, fine. Now at the bottom of the sprue we have a ceramic splash core. At the bottom of it, here of the sprue, we have a ceramic splash core. Ceramic splash core, C-O-R-E. Splash, A-S-H, splash core. We also design to this particular area to compensate for the vena contracta region as well. This particular shape is called as the skim bob. I will discuss the role of each and every part. This horizontal passage is termed as runner, and this entry point for the molten metal to reach the mold cavity is known as gate, and this is our mold. Okay, this mold is connected from the one end with the help of a runner gate with the screw, and on the another hand it is connected with this passage which is known as the riser. These are open to air. Riser. Okay, and this hole is filled with the help of molding sand, and at some locations in the sand some vents are also created. Some vents are also created. So these are the different terms which are associated with a sand casting process. Okay, now we will discuss or define the each process in detail. Okay,